I've decided to change my position on a lot of the things that I once believed, right? As we advance more into the future, I'm starting to notice that certain things are just outdated now. Certain things just don't work the same way that they once did in previous time periods. And I'm a big proponent of hard work, right? I'm a big proponent in putting your best foot forward, right? I believe that, and I still believe that, to some extent, that that still works, right? To some extent. But as we get more and more into the future, as I look around and I look at the people who are working hard, I look at the people who are slaving away, I look at the people who are putting blood, sweat, and tears into what they are doing, I'm starting to notice a trend. I'm starting to notice a very, very disturbing trend. And that trend is hard work is not paying off like it used to, right? Hard work, putting in hard work don't mean shit nowadays. I'm just going ahead and be blunt with you guys. Hard work don't mean shit, right? Now, I'm not saying don't work hard, right? But I believe that nowadays you have to mix it up with working hard and working smart and prepping yourself for a little bit of luck, positioning yourself for a tad bit of luck, right? I would say nowadays working hard is at 20%. Working hard is 20%. Working smart is around 70%, right? And the other 10% is positioning yourself for a little bit of luck. That's how I'm seeing it, man. Working hard at the warehouse gets you where? Working hard, a sprained back, a messed up foot, right? Wear and tear on your body. What is working hard doing for anybody nowadays? Right? People work hard every single day. Why are people still sitting in the same position? Outside of, just doing the wrong things financially, like that's a different aspect of it. But before people even get to that point, people are messing up their finances or not doing things in their best interest because they already feel like, the world is stacked against them in the first place. They feel like, well, YOLO, I might as well go ahead and spend this money. I done worked my ass off this entire week, and I already paid the bills, right? I already got groceries. I already done did this and that, and I'm barely getting by. I might as well go spend this last few dollars on a nice night out in town because I ain't gonna have this next week. Bill's gonna hit my ass again the following week. I might as well go ahead and spend that money, right? This is why so many people feel hopeless. This is why a lot of men are opting out of the workforce. This is why there's a downward trend in participation in the economy amongst men and amongst people in general. But in particular, men are opting out just because of this fact alone. Hard work used to mean something, man. Hard work used to mean something. Hard work don't mean shit nowadays. You can be working hard for years and still be standing in the same exact place. The same exact place. Listen, man, I'm gonna go ahead and forewarn y'all. I just told y'all 20% working hard, 70% working smart. The other 10% is positioning yourself to meet luck. Positioning yourself for it to be your time, which can be considered luck. You want to consider it a blessing. Whatever the stars align, whatever. Listen, whatever the case is, a little bit of mystiqueness, God, whatever you believe in that's outside of this realm, that's the 10%. Because most people are going to need that 10%, right? And you need to be working smart. Technology is advancing, man. Technology is advancing. And I seen, I don't know if you guys heard of Nextdoor, but Nextdoor is like a application where you can look and see what's going on in your neighborhood, right? So I was looking at Nextdoor, and it was this guy on there. I think he hadn't had a job in like 3-4 months, right? He hadn't had a job in 3-4 months. He was a software developer, senior at that. I think 15 plus years experience. And as we know, tech is doing the most layoffs right now. Tech is doing the most layoffs right now. It's hard to get into tech. Tech is not needing the same personnel as they once did because of AI, machine learning, robots, and just technology entering into a brand new space that don't need human capital, right? So the article was about the guy going from 6 figures to washing dishes, right? Going from 6 figures to washing dishes gotta be just destroying his mentality right now. But this is where we are in the economy right now. This is where we are. This is going to continue. A lot of these jobs, a lot of these technology jobs, hell, a lot of these warehouse jobs that people once held to high esteem or that you could depend on if you lost your main job. Listen, a lot of these jobs are no longer going to need human capital. A lot of these jobs, that hard work that's barely getting people by nowadays, is soon is not going to be needed at all, right? All this stuff is going to get replaced. All of it. We're entering into a new realm, gentlemen and ladies, for those of you who are watching. We're entering into a new realm. I truly don't believe in hard work anymore. I truly don't believe in hard work anymore because I'm seeing the writing on the wall. I'm seeing the writing on the wall, and now I'm trying to see how to jump ahead of the system. That's what I'm trying to do nowadays. I'm trying to see how to circumvent this system. That's what I'm trying to do because the traditional system, the traditional way is no longer working. It's no longer working. Going into a job, working for 20 years to get your 401k or pension. Pensions don't even exist anymore. But working hard 20 years, back-breaking work just to retire on what, $1 million? What's $1 million in 20 years? What is $1 million fucking dollars in 20 years? I was talking with this guy at my job, right? He's a manager. I was talking with this guy at the job, right? We was talking about, different things, different financial spaces. We were talking about real estate. We was talking about crypto. We was talking about stocks. And, we started talking about our company's, 401k, right? So we got to talking about it, and, what the company that I work for like to pride itself off of, making millionaires, right? They like to pride itself off of making millionaires off of the 401k, right? This is what they like to do. That's one of their selling points, for a lot of people, for a lot of the full-time workers. So we were talking about, the 401k program when we was talking about, $1 million, right? And I started to break down the numbers for him. And I was like, listen, bro, like what, like you're talking about 20 years from now. Me and you both are young. He's a tad bit older than me. He's in his mid-30s, I believe. I'm still in my 20s, right? And I'm like 20 years from now, I'm not retiring. I'll be middle life, still working age. That's 40 years old for me. So you're talking about me, quote unquote, retiring in like 50 years, right? 50 years, 40, 50 years. What is $1 million in 50 years? What is $2 million in 50 years? Hell, what is even $3 million in 50 years? When you think about you having to dollar cost average your life, right? You have to live off a certain amount of money. You have to live off a certain amount of money, right? You got to account for groceries. You got to account for rent or your mortgage or whatever you living in, right? You got to account for medical expenses, especially as you get older, right? You may fall down and you need a hip replacement. You done fucked up your hip, right? You done messed up your ankle. You need dialysis or whatever the case is, right? You got to account for all these different things. So you're talking about just on $1 million, $2 million. First, let's account for inflation in the first place, right? If you account for inflation, that $1 million is probably what? 700,000. You're talking about 40 years from now. If even 700,000. So you're talking about 2.5 million. That's no longer 2.5, right? That's more like $1 million. So you're talking about 50 years from now just to retire on what? Dollar cost averaging $40,000 a year, $50,000. What kind of life is that, bro? What kind of life is that? That is no life. While you have people out here jump starting ahead, right? You got people in the digital realm right now. You got people trying to find odd ways to make a shit ton of money. This is the new wave now. The new wave is finding an odd way to make a shit ton of money because the traditional system isn't working. Now, if you want to work, if you like your job and you want to work 40 years and you want to retire on $1 million and dollar cost average your life and go live in the middle of bumfuck Oklahoma, listen, go ahead, go on about your business. Go on about your business. But the stats already show us that most people don't even retire with $1 million. Right? The stats show us that most people are not even retiring with $500,000. And even more disturbing, most people don't have barely anything towards their 401k, towards retirement. And that's why we're seeing, like, if you go to the grocery stores, if you go to some of these, if you go to Walmart, Kroger, if you're in the U.S., I don't know for you guys in the U.K., I don't know what your grocery market is, but you see a lot of elderly working in there, right? You see a lot of older people working in there. When you go to some of these fast food joints, you're seeing a lot of older people working in there. Why are we seeing that? A lot of people weren't set up for retirement. A lot of people couldn't set themselves up for retirement. Let's be real honest. First of all, you got to be making a certain amount of money in the first place to be able to afford to put money aside in something like a 401k in the first place. Most people don't have that leg room. Let's call a spade a spade. Most people do not have that leg room to pay for groceries, pay for rent, pay for the mortgage. If you got kids, you got to pay for even more miles. You got to pay for, them to live as well. So when it's all said and done, guess what? You ain't got no money left. Retirement where? Most people will never retire. Most people will never retire. You're never retiring. You're never retiring. Right? And even still, when you look at people who really got money, when you look at people who own businesses in the first place, most of these people are not retiring. Yeah, they slow down with work, right? They slow down with work, but overall, if you really about that money, if you're really about that action, right? More than likely, you're not even going to want to retire. You really want to work to stay young in the first place, because the minute you stop is the minute a lot of people die in the first place. Let's call it a spade a spade. But ultimately, most people got to come back to work. Most people got to come out of retirement. Right? Hard work, man. Hard work is doing nothing for nobody. Right? Hard work is doing nothing for nobody. My whole goal moving forward is circumventing the system. That's my whole goal. Because like I said, I'm seeing the writing on the wall, and I'm looking around, and I'm seeing people work hard, right? I'm seeing people do their jobs. I'm seeing people, they have 2 jobs. They have 2 jobs and driving Uber on the side, which you might as well say is a 3rd job. They're driving Uber Eats on the side. They're driving Lyft on the side. Or they're delivering pizza on the weekend with 2 jobs, right? I'm seeing people work hard, but I'm seeing people not get anywhere. So now I'm just thinking like, the math ain't mathing. The equation is not equationing, right? Somebody try to correct me in the comment section. I knew what I said. The equation ain't equationing, right? So how do we circumvent this system, which many of us like to call the matrix? We have to find the odd ways, right? We have to look at the underlying things, what's really going on, right? They're distracting us. Listen, I need to start a whole financial channel. I need to start a whole financial channel because there's a lot of things going on up under the table that'll blow y'all motherfucking mind. That'll blow y'all motherfucking mind. And I released a survey, right? I released a survey asking you guys, how many of you guys are invested into crypto, right? How many of you guys are invested into crypto? And not to my surprise, most of you are not invested into crypto. And I stand by what I said. I stand by what I said when Trump was elected. I said that Trump is going to release the floodgates, right? He's going to release the floodgates and we're going to see a wealth transfer. We're going to see money flowing like never before. And don't think that this flow is going to exist forever, because it's not. This flow is not going to exist forever. This flow is going to exacerbate the haves and the have-nots. This flow is going to get the rich richer, like always, and get the poor poorer. And the survey shows itself. Most of you probably have no clue about the digital landscape. Most of you probably have no clue about what's really going on up under the table. Do you understand what tokenization is? Right? Do you understand what the tokenization of RWAs or real world assets? Do you understand that? When I first started researching this stuff, I'm like, I had to take off my shades, because I'm like, this is some next level type technology. This is some next level type shit that is going to drive a wedge in between the have and have-nots. People are not ready for this, man. That's why I'm continuing to say hard work, bro. Y'all might throw hard work out the door. Put in effort. You know what? That's what I'm moving forward with. Put in effort. But hard work, no. No. Because you got a lot of people out here working smart. You got a lot of people out here working smart, and they're patient. They're working smart, they're patient, and they're diligent. You have people who've been sitting on something. They've been sitting on something for 5 to 10 years. They've been sitting on things that nobody was hip to. They've been sitting on things that nobody was savvy to for 5 to 10 years. They were working smart, right? They were staying true to what they believed in, right? They were staying true to the technology or to the business that they really felt like there was something behind it, right? Those people are going to be the next multi-millionaires. Those people might even be the next billionaires. Over these next 10 to 20 years, we're going to see the creation of a lot more billionaires. We're going to see the creation of a lot more multi-millionaires, right? We're going to see in our lifetime more than one trillionaire, multiple trillionaires in our lifetime. And it's not because these motherfuckers worked hard. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's because technology is moving so fast. Technology is moving so fast that the normal person cannot keep up. Technology is moving so fast that a lot of this stuff is shooting past y'all heads like really quick. And if you don't get in tune with what's going on right now, bro, listen, this is a public service announcement. And I truly want the after pill society, the after pill community, you guys who listen to me on a daily basis, you guys who really understand what I'm talking about and understand the after pill ideology, bro, a lot of y'all are going to get left behind to the max if y'all don't get savvy to what's going on. Technological advances are happening so fast and so quick right now. It is moving at light speed right now. There are deals being made, NDAs being signed, financial institutions pouring their money into. Bro, if y'all are not savvy with crypto, y'all need to get savvy with it. If y'all still trying to work hard, You need to start working smarter. If y'all still out here, if y'all still out here working these dead end jobs, bro, get your money and start investing. Get your money and start trying. Listen, do your own research. Do your own research, but in 10 to 20 years, this world, this economy is going to look very disturbingly different. Very disturbingly different, and a lot of people are not ready. A lot of people are not ready. There's going to be a permanent, and when I say permanent, I'm talking about permanent underclass. Not just in America, not just in the West, but in the world. There's going to be a permanent underclass, and there are going to be a select few people, select groups of people who made the right decisions, put their money in the right machines, put their money into the right vehicles, not working hard, right? They put in effort to get that money, and they got that money and started investing. They got that money and put it into vehicles, right? They got that money and started profitable businesses. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. A lot of people ain't ready. A lot of people still stuck in this 20th century mindset. A lot of people still stuck in this 19th century mindset. A lot of people think manufacturing coming back to America, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I'm a y'all y'all really don't know what's about to hit. Y'all still stuck on manufacturing jobs? Y'all still stuck on manufacturing jobs? Are y'all dumb? Are y'all crazy? Manufacturing jobs? Bro, listen. Listen, man. Manufacturing jobs is not coming back like it was in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Manufacturing is dead. Manufacturing is dead. It is way too expensive to bring to the United States in mass in the first place, right? It just won't. Companies are not going to bring back manufacturing to America in large. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Trump can say, he's going to tariff the shit out of people, but that I don't even see that happening, because something like that could possibly throw us in a world of trouble. Honestly, if you look at the economics behind it. However, manufacturing is not coming back. It's not. And by the time they try to bring it back, the whole freaking warehouse is going to be automated. All the manufacturing is entering into automation, right? So by the time y'all sitting up here waiting on manufacturing jobs to come back, y'all still waiting on these old ass jobs to come back that pay $20 an hour in the first place. Y'all still waiting on these old ass dinosaur jobs to come back. They're not coming back, guys. These dinosaur jobs are gone. What part don't y'all understand? Hell, technology is laying off people. Tech is laying off software developers. They're laying off computer science. Listen, the University of Berkeley, California, right? I was watching a video talking about University of Berkeley, California, a very prestigious university. A professor wrote a letter talking about how in just the last 4 years, students were graduating with computer science degrees and software degrees and technology degrees, and they were able to find jobs like this. They were getting offers before they even graduated. Now, the students who are now graduating, they're writing him panicking because they have no job offers. They can't find any jobs. And you're talking about computer science. You're talking about once upon a time, there was a shortage, and once upon a time, these degrees were hot. You're talking about these positions were hot. Everybody and their mama was trying to get into technology. Everybody and their mama was trying to get these degrees. Everybody was trying to get the certifications and coding boot camps and all this. Remember that? Remember? Now Just 4 years later. 4 years later, nada. Nothing. Nothing. So these guys are getting laid off. Technology is replacing these guys. So what do you think is about to happen to these lower end jobs? What do you think is about to happen to Walmart? What do you think is about to happen to the shopping experience in general? Right? You already, when you go into something, you don't even, you barely interact with people in the first place. Right? When I go into Kroger, I'm in a self-checkout line. They got a pointless ass motherfucker standing up there, I guess watching to see if people steal, but they don't even need that motherfucker. They got cameras all around. They can see what's going on. If your cart looks suspicious, and they can see if you actually scanned it, and they can see they can see all that stuff. Just put it like that. They got cameras on the point of sale system right there, and that technology is just going to get more advanced. Soon enough, that retarded motherfucker that just they barely looking anyway. You can sneak out and you can sneak and steal something in the first place. They ain't gonna know. They retarded as hell, right? They barely getting paid. They getting paid pennies to stand up there to see if somebody's stealing. They ain't finna stop nobody from stealing. They don't get paid enough to stop somebody from stealing, right? So you got a pointless ass clerk or whatever you want to call them up there getting paid pennies on the dollars just to watch people interact with the machine, right? Soon enough, all this stuff is going to be all those positions are going to be non-existent. It's going to be straight machines. We're going to be interacting with straight technology, straight machines, right? Our social, we're going to have an ID tag or something, whatever the case is, linked to our phone, and they're going to be able to see like who's who and who's what and how much you have in your cart. They're going to be able to see that. My job already has the technology to see what you as an individual is putting into. Listen, I'm not even about to get into it. The technology is wild. The technology is wild, and y'all still talking about manufacturing. Yeah, bring back manufacturing to the USA. Motherfucker, manufacturing is never coming back to the USA. I don't care who told you what. It's impossible. The technology is too advanced now. Why would they waste money trying to please the lower people at the bottom? Why would they waste money trying to please the bottom people when they need yachts? Right? They need private planes, right? They need high-end escorts, right? They need the Coca-Cola, right? We're talking about pure Coca from Colombia, right? They trying to throw the best parties, right? They got family and legacy to look after, right? They got shareholders to take care of. Why in the hell would they waste money on bringing back manufacturing to the US of A? When that ain't gonna do nothing but drive a wedge in between their profits. Why in the fuck would they do it? You think these people care about human? You think these people care about humanity? You think these people care about whether you can afford to do this or do that or survive? No, man, nobody gives a damn about any of this, gentlemen. Hard work is done. Hard work is finished. Put in the effort. Yes, I'm putting in the effort. I'm putting in the effort, doing this YouTube. I'm putting in the effort making money, right? I'm putting in the effort to some startup businesses. I'm putting in the effort, right? But I'm using technology to my advantage. I'm using AI to my advantage. So I don't have to work as hard, right? I don't have to put in that much hard work because the technology is there to do the thinking for me. The technology is there to get me halfway there. But y'all still talking about working at Amazon. Y'all still talking about working at UPS. Bro, use it to get your little money. Yeah, use it to your advantage to get a check and put it towards another vehicle. But for y'all who trying to rely on the government to bring back these jobs, and y'all believe that y'all getting fucked over. We all getting fucked over, but you better find another route because this working hard shit is dead. It's done. And that's an after pill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.